Hi, welcome to your Intercultural Communication COM 253 class. I'm Lisa Hill, and I'll be your instructor for the semester. I thought I would take a few minutes to orient you to this class. I know some of you have taken online classes in the past, and some of you are new to online learning. So I thought we'd take 5-10 minutes to go over, peruse the course, so you could see where things are at. To start off, this is our nav bar in this area, and in a sense it's a way to condense a lot of items into one small area. It's a great way, quick way to access certain items in the course. For instance, assessments. Here you could click on this area and you have your Dropbox, you could quickly see your grades, you have your quizzes and then your rubrics for all of your assignments. Now you do know that within the modules, this is the meat of the class, your content, you'll have these items as well, but this is just a quick way to access these different areas. Within communication you have your class lists, a quick way to access your discussion posts, and please know that you will have discussion posts that are graded, and some discussion posts, probably maybe 80% of them, I ask you to respond to other students so that we get this dialogue going online. So for instance, let's say it's Monday and you post your discussion posts, but you know what, only two other students have put their posts up. So, you know, Thursday you want to go back and read and respond. This is a quick way to find those discussions. Resources, I have a calendar, but the calendar is just there as a visual. I don't have the due dates. What I do have for you is a checklist, and I'll show you that in a minute. We have our tutoring area. You can see your progress. System check, I highly recommend that you use this to be sure that your computer is copacetic for the class, and a quick library access area. You'll have a major paper due for this class. This is a 253 class, so it requires research. Research where you write a 8 to 10 page paper. Don't be alarmed by this or overwhelmed. You have all semester to put this together. This is a library guide. For instance, another way, a quick access way for you to go into ProQuest, EBSCOhost, different areas for your research, and also ways to find out, you know, a quick way to figure out how to write your bibliography and your research paper. So I thought I'd put this up here. I'm putting that together as we are speaking right now, so that the link isn't live yet, but it will be live maybe by the time you watch this video. Okay, so quick nav bar area. Okay, so when you go into the page, when you go into the class, you know, it could look like this, perhaps, you know, it just depends. And just to show you the couple areas of the course, this is where you need to be concerned. This is the meat of the class. Over here, updates, I would not be concerned with that, and the calendar is again a visual of the weeks of the calendar. I don't even think you have the rule switch. But news, I will update you on a regular basis, either through a video, through audio, through written word, of what's happening, my way to respond to you as a class. So if you're finding it looks like this, click on this and you will see the news items. The content browser, this is the meat of your class. Again, you could open it up this way. And let me move this down, and you see that our learning modules are set up weekly. Okay, sometimes you may have a 2-week module. In other words, the items are not due until the end of that 2 week, but for the most part, Sunday night is when your due date is. Now, let me tell you this, I do not accept late work. Okay, I've been teaching for over 15 years, teaching virtually for over 5 years. You have plenty of time to complete this work. You could work ahead. That's the great thing about online learning, is that you can, in a sense, fit it into your crazy lifestyle. So be aware that items are due Sunday night, do not wait till Sunday. You don't know if D2L is going to be down. You don't know if your computer is going to have a gremlin in it. Whatever it is, I tell students to live by the 24-hour rule. Think about completing your work a day before, and that way you won't have any issues. Now, again, if it's a major issue, if you have contacted me beforehand and I find that it's a legitimate excuse, yes, perhaps I will give you an extension. But be aware that generally I do not extend deadlines, and it's very important that you meet the deadlines for this class. It's just part of college learning. So let's look at the modules. And again, the way I have the class set up is that you could work way ahead. Last semester, I had a student that finished the class, believe it or not, by week 9. Okay, so we had a 14-week semester. She finished by week 9. Now, she had to go back and maybe respond to some students, but she was going on a fabulous cruise at the end of the semester, and she wanted to work ahead and get things done. So, again, you can do that. You do need to stay in tune to the class, but you can work ahead if you like. Okay, your first learning module, and just to kind of give you this visual, and you could click as much as you want in your class, in this class, but this is the checklist that I told you about. The objectives is just the learning objective area, but the checklist, students tell me, it is very, very helpful because in a sense you can clearly see what is due in that module. Okay, so in a sense you can even just check it off as you complete that particular work. So definitely use the checklist in your learning module. Also, I do want to point out that if you are going in this view, here, let me close this for you. If you are going in this view for the first learning module, it looks like, oh, there's only 5 things. No. If you see any kind of arrow, you want to click on that, and then you will see information that needs to be done. Now, you can go into your content browser with this view. And this view will give you the whole entire course, and it kind of opens everything up as you see. It's a good overview of the course. You'll see here too, look, in Learning Module 1, and this is the the semester assignment, the Intercultural Act of Kindness. This is something that I'm asking you to complete anytime during the semester, where I want you to perhaps think about somebody from a different culture, from a different social class, a different subgroup, okay, and perform an act of kindness, okay, and it could be anything, and think about it. And then at the end of the semester, I ask you just to write that up of what you have done, what you have learned. You will see this in your class. So that's a semester-long assignment. Again, it could be something that's completed early, or you could think about it, or if you have any questions, just shoot me an email, okay? So that is the class. I generally am a little OCD with my emails. I check my email, my LK Hill hack email, maybe 7 to 10 times a day. When I am teaching, I'm a full-time instructor for both Gettysburg campus and virtual campus. I teach for both areas. My office is based in Gettysburg, and I am in my office. I have office hours, face-to-face office hours, if you ever want to stop by. Or, again, you can just shoot me an email. I will check email through D2L, which is this is a way to email me. However, know that, I check D2L maybe 3 times a day, where the other type of email where we communicate more often through the LK Hill more so. So if you want a quick response, you might be better off, if you have a question, sending it through LK Hill. I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you through this class. I wish you well. If I could give you a word of advice, is just to be sure that you stay with the class, stay with online learning. Online learning is fabulous because you can kind of juggle many different things, but the deal is you have to stay disciplined and complete the work on the deadline, before the deadlines, or throughout the course. The course builds upon each other, so It's real important that you do follow through the modules and you build and learn from each module. I have a lot of different types of information in this class. For instance, you'll see you might be listening to an NPR radio program and then offer information or answer questions in a discussion post, or a video, YouTube video, journal entries regarding particular questions that has to do with the chapter readings. I do want to mention you do have quizzes. So the book, a lot of times students say, I don't want to read the book. Well, guys, you know what? Read the book, highlight the information, because then when you do take your test online, that's going to be very helpful. Okay, I wish you well. Contact me with any questions, and I hope you have a fabulous semester.